for music this week, and it's still before Halloween. And so we're going to do a Halloween activity today. And it is an assignment that I'm going to spend time on this video explaining to you what it is and how to do it. And it's going to take 2 weeks. And so you're going to notice that this will not be due until Monday, November 2nd. So you probably won't have anything next week for a lesson. And you probably definitely won't have a new assignment. I just want to give you this one. And because it's a little bit longer than our normal assignments, it'll take 2 weeks for you to do. And what I want you to do is this is going to be a compare and contrast of 2 Halloween songs. Actually, there's a third song in there also. I just want you to check on also. But what it is Spooky Scary Skeletons, which is one of the songs that I think you did your sevens routine with that last week. That was your assignment for last week. It's just to have some fun with that. Spooky Scary Skeletons, there's a video that went along with that. There's also another song that's written by composer Paul Dukas. It was written a couple hundred years ago. And that one is called Danse Macabre. And they have the same storyline. And I think when you watch it on the Google Doc that I'm going to be sending you, you're going to, is the link to both Danse Macabre and then Spooky Scary Skeletons. And it's a compare and contrast. What things do they have in common? What things do they have that is different? There's a question about when were these composed, and it'll be interesting to find out the difference in time that they were composed. You might have to go online and Google that and find that out yourself. It's not on the assignment. You have to go find that answer. When was Danse Macabre composed, and when was Spooky Scary Skeletons composed? What they have in common, the things that are different about them. Are they in a major or minor key? How do you know what your preference is? And at the bottom, I also have a third link for you to connect to and open up on YouTube. And that is for Teddy Bear Picnic. And that is a completely different, it's similar to those two, to the storyline of those first 2 examples, but it's a little bit different, a little different time of day, things like that, and a little different twist. So there are actually 3 songs, the 3 links that you're going to be listening to and watching online, and you're going to be answering some questions about those. And so I want to play the first one for you. And I'm also sending a link to this. This is one of our old textbooks. It's this would be some pages from our textbooks, but it's kind of a listening follow along. And so each picture is like this is labeled number 2. This is labeled number 1. I want to show it to you. I'm going to try and flip it and keep up with it. There's quite a few pages. This is on a PDF also. This is just part of the assignment for you. You can watch it if you want to. But the link that I really want you to watch is on the Google Doc. And so I'm going to play it for you. And there's a theme that comes back and forth, and it starts in a cemetery. And this is a little creepy, spooky, but you're in 8th grade and you'll be at the high school next year. There's lots of creepy, spooky things that they discuss at the high school next year. I think this is a really, really interesting song and what they chose to do with it. And there's a legend, probably a fiction legend, that this song was made out of. And so the person, Paul Dukas, who wrote and composed Danse Macabre, heard the story first, and then he turned around and made some music out of it. And this artist painted each scene, and I'm going to try and keep up with it. And there's a little corner, if you can see in the corner, trying to follow along, like right here, that there are instruments up in the corners. You can tell like there's a harp. When you hear a harp and violins and viola playing, that's a clue. When you hear just a violin by itself, like up here in the corner here, that's a clue where we are. It tells you what's going on. And it's kind of illustrating the story while they're playing. And so I'm going to try and keep up with it. I'm going to play the instrument. I'm going to play the music, but I'm going to try and just hold up these photos and flip the pages because it's kind of tricky. You don't need to print this off. Certainly don't. It's a lot of paper and it's color, and this is not needed for your assignment. If you want, when you're listening to Danse Macabre, if you want to just follow along with it on your computer and just scroll down on the PDF, but do not print this out because it's not worth it for your mom and dad. It's color. It's not it's not that important to the assignment, but I just want you to watch this. And while you're watching it, I want you to kind of compare what does this have to do with the spooky, scary skeletons video. And when we get to the spooky, scary skeletons, that you open up the link and you listen to it on your Google Doc, start from the very beginning, because when we did our little sevens thing, I started in the middle of the video. I want you to start from the beginning of the video and watch to the end, because then you'll be able to compare and see what's similar with these two pieces of music. So let me get this going here. My phone just kind of locked me out. Okay, it's about 7 minutes, so I'm going to try and keep up with the photos, the illustrations. Make sure it's loud enough. think it'll be easier for you to follow the video. And so that was kind of confusing, and it's hard to hold up, and you're probably getting dizzy. So that's Dance Macabre. It's not Spooky Scary Skeletons, but they have a similar storyline. So I want you this week and next week to take a look at that. Listen to the version of Dance Macabre that's on the assignment, the version of Spooky Scary Skeleton, and then the Teddy Bear Picnic at the bottom, and answer questions to go with that. So that's all we're going to do for this week and for next week. And I think that's about it. So have a good week, have a good Halloween, and we'll connect after that. Thanks. Bye.